The Seattle Quarantine Zone is where The Last of Us Season 2, Episode 4 opens in 2018. Several Fedra soldiers are leaving, ridiculing citizens by referring to them as voters, because they were denied the ability to do so. Isaac is the leader of this group, and when a flurry of people arrive, he manages a heated gathering on the road. These seem to be the WLF rebels under the leadership of a woman named Hanrahan. After they have exchanged identities, Isaac abruptly throws a number of grenades inside the police van and closes the doors. He spares the one soldier he saves, a guy who doubts the ethics of authoritarian governance. As they both join the rebel cause, he supports Isaac. Dina and Ellie are scavengers back in our current timeline. We learn later that Dina's discovery, which she keeps from Ellie, turns out to be pregnancy tests. They go deeper into Seattle together, challenging the Pride mural on the wall and the rainbow flags. At the top of one of the buildings, the two discover a satellite with the words WLF written on it. Dina calms Ellie down when she tries to charge in with all her might. It's suicidal to charge in like that. After all, rather, they choose to wait until nightfall in a record store before entering. Dina breaks down in tears when Ellie picks up a guitar and begins to sing Take On Me. This entire scene is like the quiet before the storm because, as they enter the building, they discover a number of dead victims and the words, Feel Her Love, written in blood on the wall. The scars are, of course, to blame for this. WLF guards fan the room as they arrive, not realizing that Dina and Ellie are present. While Dina waits under cover, choking a man out, Ellie ascends to the second story, after shooting another soldier and slipping through a narrow opening to avoid detection. Dina catches up with him, and the two of them run straight into the transit tunnels. Isaac begins questioning one of the cultists from the last episode, who is most likely the sole man left from the forest carnage. Isaac is determined to learn the Scar's next destination, so he has the man bound to the wall, naked and tortured with a hot frying pan. The breaking of their shaky truce is the root cause of the conflicts between these two parties. We don't see exactly how this has occurred, but any chance of the two factions cooperating has essentially been ruined by the conversation shifting to the forbidden subject of both sides killing children. However, as Dina and Ellie return, the soldiers stalk them and enter the underground tunnels. They throw flares and create a lot of noise, which causes the infected to attack in large numbers. This gives the two of them valuable time to get out of the tunnels and into an abandoned hotel. Dina, however, is taken aback to learn that Ellie has been bitten. Although she believes it is over, Ellie reveals that she is immune. Dina tells Ellie she's pregnant after letting her sleep it off and putting her trust in her. The two abruptly fling themselves at one another after disclosing secrets, begin kissing, and eventually make love before dozing off on the floor. Amidst this, Dina talks about her love for Ellie and comes to terms with the idea that she is bisexual. Ellie takes over and chooses to co-parent as Dina likes Jesse, but knows he's not the right fit for her. A ding on their walkie interrupts their conversation, alerting them of the WLF's presence. Abby's gang is clearly visible due to an explosion and gunshots in the distance, but Dina is adamant about standing by Ellie as they march into this together. The Last of Us is back, and paradoxically, the parts that don't feature Ellie and Dina are the greatest, as we discover more about the WLF and their continuous conflict with the Scars. Isaac's gravity alone elevates this episode. This segment of the show is incredibly effective and well-developed to give the world more depth. Unfortunately, there is a strange tonal conflict when we return to Ellie and Dina, making it difficult for the show to decide whether to go all out with the melodrama or to keep chuckling. It's startling to see Bella Ramsey's Ellie beaming and carefree, content with being a parent, before she abruptly shifts into revenge mode at the end. Despite all of the game's shortcomings, we perceive Ellie as a resentful, furious person who would stop at nothing to get retribution before recognizing the consequences of her actions, because she is the antagonist and Abby is only the misunderstood hero. This episode also exhibits a glaring lack of situational awareness. Although this is a tender moment, Dina and Ellie simply fall asleep on the floor together 10 minutes after realizing they are in danger, surrounded by vicious and infected soldiers, and exposed in a hotel where anything could break in at any time. Even if this episode is better than the chapter from last week, it is still far from the best of Season 1.
That concludes our review for today, but the discussion is far from over. For more, leave a comment, hit like, and subscribe for more videos. Keep the magic of movies alive until the next time. signing off from FK Bytes.